I think not. This can't be happening. I swear, if this happens again, over and over again, I'm not going to be very happy. Welcome, folks. Today, right now we're actually coming in North Battleford right now. I need to get my phone charger because I left it somewhere. I need to grab it just in case, because right now the cap hasn't broke yet. So as you can see right in front of us, that area of cumulus clouds, that area is our cold front, and the cap hasn't broken yet on it. So the storms haven't really initiated quite yet, but that, as the day goes on, that's probably going to change. Well, it is going to change. We know that for sure, because we've already got development. So right behind me, actually, there's a lot more cumulus on. We even have some storms on radar. However, I'm not too sure because those ones are stationary right now, so there isn't really going to be a driving factor to actually push those storms and get them going, get them supercellular. We don't have that factor right now behind us, but on this cold front, we are going to have that. So we're going to see what center to pull up a lot of moisture for our storms, and that's what it's forecasted to do. And we already have the signs of that. We have those low-lying cumulus clouds with starting to stagger a little bit. We're getting that higher development, and eventually once that cap breaks, we're going to get those storms. So the storms are forecasted to initiate in about an hour. I believe that was the last run of the North American model, the convection allowing. They're supposed to initiate around 5 o'clock, and we kind of already got some initiation right now. Yes, we do. Down near Saskatoon area right now, we do have some development. We've got some development definitely to our north right now, up near Meadow Lake. That area is kind of a surprising spot. I wasn't actually too sure about that. Oh, man. So, folks, our storms are actually developing right now. We have some to the south of the border heading north. That is where our target is. So as these storms push northwards, they're going to intensify and initiate new cells. Now, as this cold front ends up smacking into these newer cells, that is going to be where our biggest convergence is and where our more intense thunderstorms are going to be. Kind of up near, halfway between Warman and Hague, Saskatchewan right now, more near Osler and on Highway 11. That's where we actually have some storms. Hey, Cassandra, welcome. But yes, so we do actually have some development already, folks. Now, up in northern Montana, we actually have a decently strong cell, but those areas aren't super organized at the moment. Once this cap does break, we will see some pretty big storms. Now, tomorrow, they're forecasting even more severe storms tomorrow. So that is going to be quite nice. We're going to be chasing that as well. Behind me, oh wow, behind me we don't have storm development, but we do have quite a bit of convection. How's it going, Tracy? Welcome. We got Christy here too, welcome. Oh, and a punch buggy on the highway here. So if you folks are just tuning in, right now we are eastbound, heading towards North Battleford. I actually need to go and pick something up really quick. Yeah, so we'll be doing that, but after that we're gonna be heading into the storms. I am not near Prince Albert right now. I am to the southwest of Prince Albert right now. We're coming into North Battleford at the moment. I'm waiting to see if our differential reflectivity is going to rise. We do have that cell near Hague. We've actually got some higher differential reflectivity, meaning that is starting to top out. Now, I actually cannot see it right now, unfortunately, but we are quite far from the cold front at the moment. Now, our initiation, I'm going to bet that these storms are going to initiate just a little bit south of Saskatoon at about 5 p.m. That is my best guess. Oh, actually, that one near Hague, it's actually starting to get going, so we might have storm initiation right now. Now, that area where that storm is actually has less instability, so we're going to see what that cell does. Also, Kill Dracula, I do remember you. You were actually tuning into us when we had that high risk for that really big bow echo that went through Saskatchewan. So yes, I actually do remember. How you doing, man? I appreciate you being in here with us today. Hey, Sharon, hopefully you're having a good day today. Really hope you are. Thanks for tuning in. Oh man, yeah, we've got... Yeah, the cap is still weakening. Those areas when you get those random spotty cumulus development, we're gonna get the cumulus clouds are basically gonna get taller and taller and taller until it can tap into that cold air aloft and explode. That's when we're gonna get our explosive thunderstorm development. Now, the longer that these storms actually take to initiate, the more intense that they're likely going to be, because the instability will get higher and higher. Right now, our dew points are quite high, so that is a good sign. They're over 60 degrees in pretty much all of southeastern Saskatchewan. Anywhere to the southeast of Saskatoon, we have some pretty high dew points. Now, 60 degrees is not extraordinarily high, but that is high enough for severe thunderstorms. Today we have primarily a threat of very large hail, but if our storms are able to get themselves organized, we will be able to see some tornadoes. These storms are also today supposed to move a lot slower, which means that they're going to be easier to chase. So all in all, today is a good chase day. We just need to get down there first. Nice, that's good to hear, Sharon. Let's see, so now we're coming into Battleford right now. Now, I wonder what my most recent... Yeah, we have a cell kind of right over Saskatoon, one up near Hague, one just west of Saskatoon, kind of, and then we have the spotty ones over near Cutknife. Now, those ones are not likely going to be too big. Most recent frontal analysis, I'm checking that. Ohio for coastal Virginia, nice, nice. Your cold front is still draped over the central portions of the province. So that will initiate our storms. If you guys can hear my music and you want me to turn it down, let me know. Because I have it just in the background, hopefully just high enough that I can hear it and you guys can. So I really hope. But if it starts to, if you guys are able to hear it and it starts to annoy you, let me know and I'll turn it off. Scotland, dang. Tammy's here, welcome Tammy. So right now, I know we have a few more people joining in. We are currently in North Battleford, Saskatchewan. You can actually see, look at those cells kind of to our north, just right in front of us. We're heading north right now. That is up near Meadow Lake. Those cells actually aren't moving right now, which is going to mean that there's a high risk for some flash flooding up there. So be prepared for that. But your hail threat, pretty much every other threat, is going to be pretty dismal. Come on, radar. I need a new update here. Yeah, we've got a little bit of precipitation going on in just north of Saskatoon. That is where our target is right now. Okay, I'm gonna actually have to give someone a call, unfortunately. So give me 1 sec. Dude, don't pass me on the right, man. Hi. I am coming into, like, I'm almost there. Just my phone charger. It's plugged into the wall. That's all fine. I just need the phone charger. Okay, you got it? Okay, perfect. I'll meet you at the front doors. No, I'm gonna come back and get it. Yeah. Okay, bye. Oh, I hate talking on the phone and driving. Welcome, guys, welcome. Oh, we got lots. Ooh, Justin's here, nice. Welcome, guys, welcome. We are looking, our cap, actually we have a pretty healthy area where we're gonna have a lot of instability. Now our cumulus development is actually starting to weaken, which can be a good thing and can be a bad thing. So we're gonna see. It's hard for me to actually see that right now. But yeah, so today there is a decently high risk of some pretty big hail. So we're likely gonna get a pretty intense chase here, folks, once these storms do pop off. They're gonna be right in the Saskatoon area. Basically initiate just to the west of Saskatoon and then grow beyond there, kind of into the Humboldt area down in Warman, kind of that whole section of the province. That is gonna be under the gun for some pretty big hail. To the south of that, near Estevan, kind of in extreme southeastern Saskatchewan and extreme southwestern Manitoba, you're gonna have a pretty big damaging wind threat. So be ready for that one as well, folks. But right now we're targeting the developing cells along the cold front that's traveling through central Saskatchewan right now. Now, I do not like this intersection because it is not... What in the world? My phone has done this about 4 times already today, which sucks. Hopefully it doesn't do that again. There, we got it back up now. I wish I had something that mounted to my dash, because I just have this mounted to the window, which isn't working very well. There, we got it back up now. I had to clean it off a few times, so it's clean now. What is he doing? There's a super bee here, so we might wait here a bit. Oh, here he goes. Is he a super bee? No. Yes, that is a super bee. Oh, man. This intersection in North Battleford is probably the worst one. Ooh, nice. Okay, that's good to know, because I've been looking into that, and I have not been able to find anything. Because I've been looking, like, online and stuff. So it's a nightmare. Everything will, like, it's like, oh yeah, there is a mount here, but then it's like, oh, you have to attach it to a little thingy you gotta stick on your dashboard, but my dashboard isn't the right shape for it because it's an older truck. Because this truck was invented before smartphones, so they didn't really have that in mind. It's all curved. Yeah. Oh man, North Battleford is actually a decent city. It is quite big, quite big. Okay. Yeah, we've got some less cumulus development, but it's starting to tower up a little bit more, which means our storms, our actual thunderstorms are beginning to develop. Our cap is weakening and our instability is increasing. Not only that, our organization is also increasing. So that is excellent. Oh, we've actually got we have a big cumulus field down south. That's basically directly south, folks. Huge cumulus field. We might actually have a storm down there. Now, Meadow Lake, that thunderstorm right now, I wouldn't say that that one is exactly tornadic. It's kind of stationary right now. So stationary thunderstorms actually can produce tornadoes, but it's exceedingly rare, because generally when they're stationary, it means they're in an area with very low like wind at all, which means almost no wind shear. So a cold core tornado does exist, so there's a risk of maybe some land spouts, but the risk of getting an organized supercell is quite low right now, like in Meadow Lake, because the wind shear is just so low. But there's a decent risk of some flash flooding up in the Meadow Lake area, kind of just to the south. So watch out for that, especially in low-lying areas. Okay, we're coming up here where we need to be. See, I'm kind of wondering if farther south is going to be a better target, because down south I actually can see a lot of cumulus development, which likely is not, I'm probably not going to chase that. I do want to chase the cold front near Saskatoon because there's more population down in there, and I've actually never chased there before, and that is the highest risk for storms. But down south there's still a risk of some storms. If the cap can break, way down south, you could get some really big storms, maybe some supercells today. Okay, I'm gonna navigate through here. Okay. I think Saskatoon will get storms. Saskatoon is definitely under the gun this week for some thunderstorms, particularly tomorrow. There's going to be a decently high risk for storms, mostly a hail threat. It's at the top, so there's a very fast-moving low-pressure center that's supposed to intensify and deepen, but not really anything more than that. So, like, yes, there is a possibility of some supercells, but chances are just a really big hail threat. With any thunderstorm, you're always, so in the Meadow Lake area, for that answer, there always is a risk of thunderstorms. There's always going to be a risk, and there's always going to be a risk of tornadoes. With every thunderstorm, there is that risk. Very slight risk, though. For Meadow Lake, I'd say you guys have a pretty slight risk for storms. I would not say that you guys have a big risk of storms right now, like a big risk of tornadoes, but the flash flood risk is still pretty high. So I will be right back, folks. I'm literally going to be 1 minute. Then we're Saskatoon bound. All right, folks, I'm back. We are going to get going here. Okay, here we go. I've got my phone charger now, which is excellent. Okay, we are now going to go east again. Come on. I have a power inverter in here that doesn't work all the time, so that's fun. It needs to be plugged in a very specific way. We've got it now, though. So I'm gonna head out. We're gonna then take Highway 16, and we're going to go east towards Saskatoon. Nice. That's amazing. Guard dog. Nice. Storm chasing is actually getting a lot more popular, especially up in Canada. Also, I actually have never chased in Ontario. I would like to, but I actually live in this area and I'm still in high school, so I kind of need to stay around this area for now. But I graduate literally this year, so that's nice. Oh, the June 4th, that I actually heard about that one. That one was pretty big. I think there was over 10 tornadoes confirmed in that one outbreak, which is a decent amount for Canada. Oof, rough roads. Yeah, I did a little research project on that outbreak, I think. I don't know if it was that one. I know it was an Alberta outbreak, but I don't remember if it was that specific outbreak. Oh, I hate this road too. All right, here we go, folks. We are now in full chase mode. Yeah. You see, that's another bad thing with Canada is, yeah, up here in Canada, we don't have as many damage indicators. So even if you have, like, let's say there was a tornado that would have been rated as an EF4, like a mile-wide tornado. If that thing were to travel from Kindersley, maybe like 4 miles north of Highway 7, if it were to track on the ground for like 30 minutes, but because that area has nothing, it would literally be, it would be an EF0, even though that tornado would be extremely strong. So that's one of the problems up here, because we literally have nothing. Because you can't count ground scarring as a damage indicator. So, yeah. That's the thing, okay. Hey, thanks, Tracy. Got some guard dogs. There's a nice Peterbilt on the left. It's pretty nice. Okay, come on. I hate cities so much. I hate cities with a passion. Particularly while storm chasing. Come on, man. Come on. Okay. Let's go. There we go. You're eastbound and down, folks. Yeah, El Reno, that's actually why El Reno was one of the most controversial tornadoes in, like, one of the most controversial tornadoes in history, because it didn't hit any damage indicators that could give it a rating at VF5. But yeah, there was plenty others that were, but that's the most well-known, especially because it actually unfortunately did kill some chasers. But yeah, I remember last year in Canada, there was near Radisson, so up near in Saskatchewan, kind of right where I live, there was a very large and decently intense tornado, but it was rated as an EF0 because it didn't hit anything. It was just all open fields where it hit, which was unfortunately. Right now we're just talking about navigation and the enhanced Vegeta scale in Canada, how there's not a lot of damage indicators. That also, Ontario technically gets a lot, they have a lot more confirmed significant tornadoes in Ontario, because a lot of Ontario is covered by houses and trees and stuff. So when they get them, they're not only easier to find and confirm, but they're also actually able to do damage. But in Saskatchewan, a lot of our tornadoes aren't even confirmed because they do no damage, and the population density is extraordinarily low that no one sees or reports them, which is unfortunate. Oh, I really hope we don't get hit with this red light. We might. This light is always not super long if you're going south, but it still is quite annoying. No! We got the flashers. Man, I am hungry right now. I did pack a lunch this time, so bonus, but I am hungry. Yep. The cold front is actually moving away from us right now, so that's why we are getting less cloud cover. We got that one little mini cell near Hague that broke through the cap. It's incredible. Ah, we actually got multiple. Oh, come on. Come on. Come on, change, please. Okay, here we go. Woo! Navigating through North Battleford is actually one of the hardest places to navigate through in Saskatchewan. Navigating through Saskatoon is probably the worst, but North Battleford is pretty bad as well. Now, I also, the biggest city I've driven in is Saskatoon, so, yeah, like, I have not a lot of experience with commuting, but I don't like I do not like North Battleford. There's a lot of problem areas. Oh, right, yeah, it's 60 here. It also takes a long time to commute through here. We do have a bypass area, but it ends up going right through the city, which is unfortunate. If you guys also have any questions right now, ask away. This is the best time to ask them right now. I will be able to answer pretty much every single one of them. So ask away, ask your questions, I'll answer them. About weather, other things, kind of just anything right now. Just since we're on the way to the storms. Wow, actually those ones down south might pan out. Ooh, 1,000 subscribers, nice. Nice. That's pretty exciting. I am going to do something. We were talking about doing something for 1,000 on yesterday's stream. So yes, I talked about yesterday making a Discord server for it. I did start working on it, but then couldn't figure it out and then ran out of time because my computer at home wasn't working. So I'm going to get it up soon, but chances are it's going to be after this storm outbreak is done. Because this is just day 2 of the outbreak, and we're not even half done yet. So we're going to be chasing tomorrow and likely the day after that. But we are going to be doing, I think, a tour of Cut Knife is what we agreed on. I think. Oh my gosh, come on.
World's richest person. And then
yes, that actually is true as well. When you get those supercell water spouts, it is impossible to give them a rating because there's nothing for them to hit at all. Like, don't think that you can count boats as a damage indicator. So any water spout will immediately get an EF0 rating if it's just over water, which is unfortunate. But it's good that they're over water because there isn't really anything they can hit as long as they don't hit any boats. So that's kind of a good and a bad thing, having them over water. It depends on what the situation is. Great Bend tornado. I've never actually heard of that. Great Bend. I don't know if that's in Ontario. I've never heard of Great Bend, so I've never heard about that, but yeah. let's see. Okay, we got a green light here. That's green lights all the way to Saskatoon, folks. This intersection is rough to turn right on sometimes, or turn left. Oh man. Oh. Okay, come on, Cap. Hopefully when we get down there, that's when the Cap will break. That will kind of be perfect. Because it's about an hour left until we get to Saskatoon. By the time we're getting down there, that's likely when we're going to get our first development. Let's see here. Ooh, dang. See, a lot of people think, I'm trying to just adjust this a little bit there, but a lot of people think, like I've heard rumors that, like everyone's like, oh, well, a tornado can't go from the water onto land. It's like, it can, it 100% can. Technically, even fair weather water spouts can. Like, which is a dangerous misconception. Folks, tornadoes can move off water. They can. I also believe, yeah, we've got lots of, like, Saskatchewan and Manitoba, and particularly Saskatchewan and Manitoba, they kind of get the most violent tornadoes, which is interesting. But it kind of makes sense, because we're at the southernmost part of Tornado Alley, in the Canadian Tornado Alley, where it extends into North Dakota and Minnesota, and kind of Montana. So that makes sense for that area, that demographic. But the most violent tornadoes, you'll likely see them in southern Saskatchewan. Near Estevan specifically, Estevan kind of near Regina, and then stretching towards Winnipeg. Hey, Bellsringer's back, welcome back. See, today we're actually gonna see storms. So that's exciting. Yesterday, there actually were storms that were developing, but the cap broke way too late. It broke around 8 o'clock and our storms developed. They actually were severe. They ended up getting severe thunderstorm warnings for them. But yeah, it was an unfortunate chase yesterday. Did see some very beautiful skies though. We're still waiting for the cap to break right now. But our dew points are going up, I believe. I actually haven't checked the MEDARs in a bit. Where are my MEDARs? My MEDARs aren't loading for some reason. Okay. This guy is going exactly my speed. Yes, if you don't want to chase storms, you actually still can be certified as a storm spotter. So I have both my CanWarn and my SkyWarn storm chasing, storm spotter courses, but I'm not required to chase storms. It just teaches you how to report and what to report, but you don't need to chase. Like, you can just, technically the SkyWarn courses, they're actually not for chasing specifically, they're for just spotting. They do have some storm chasing stuff in there, but they talk more about how to spot, and you don't have to chase in order for that, if that makes sense. That is true, that is true. We did have some good conversations. But today we're gonna get stormy. My MEDARs are still not loading though. My Canadian MEDARs aren't loading, that's what's going on. Fun. do have some cumulus development to my southwest, but nothing significant quite yet. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get to Saskatoon. I'm going to head south towards kind of the Moose Jaw area. We are just waiting for a cap to break. That's all we need right now. Once the cap breaks, we'll get our storms. Ooh, actually up near Tisdale right now, you got a decent storm. Tisdale's got a decent storm right now. Lots of lightning in it. Velocity on it, we'll check that here. Velocity is very far away. High up in the atmosphere, it isn't rotating. That's good. That's good news. What other hobbies do I got? Okay, I have lots of hobbies, but I'll just answer it quickly. So I enjoy modeling. That's one of my hobbies. So I actually have a model railroad. I'm trying to sell my model railroad on Facebook Marketplace because I'm going to university soon and I want to save money. So model railroading. I do like to model, like I'm making a model farm right now. So that's pretty nice. What other things? I love playing video games. Video games are pretty fun. I like making videos, which is part of storm chasing. So that's a good hobby to have. And then also I really like fixing old vehicles. Like I'd say I'm getting a school credit for fixing up one of our old pickup trucks. So that's pretty nice. But I really like mechanics work. We do have a decently strong cap in this area right now. Dang, this is crazy actually. But as this starts to break up, our instability, it's going to allow our instability to increase. Now the little low-level clouds, those ones dissipating actually isn't going to change a whole lot. But it will make a difference. Wow. I am planning to go to university at the University of Oklahoma. I'm going to start up here in Canada with getting all my calculus and stuff, and then I'm going to study at the University of Oklahoma, get my meteorological degree, and then find work after that. So it's pretty cool. U of L. University of Louisiana. I have no idea. It might be a city that I'm not aware of, but that's pretty cool. Universities, I've heard, is actually really fun. Okay, actually, oh wow, okay, so the cells near the border of Montana, oh, Lethbridge. Okay, I know exactly where that is. But the cells kind of near the border of Montana and Saskatchewan, one of them appears to be rotating, the other one is kind of trying to rotate, so we might already actually have some supercells. That right now is actually our target. So that's where we're heading. I'm gonna have to get gas once we get into Saskatoon, which is kind of perfect because the road to get gas on ends up bypassing like the entire city, so nice. We're gonna save a lot of time on that. Okay, see, let's go. It'd actually be 30 minutes just to the south of Oklahoma City in Norman, Norman is basically Oklahoma City because it's the metropolitan area. Starting to see some new development going on down here. We kind of are starting to get some taller clouds. So that's a sign our cap's breaking. We do actually have a lot of dust right now. So all the combines are out. We got tons of dust down here, which is going to make it a little bit harder to see the storms. Oh, is that a fire? No, that's more dust from a combine. I actually do use WeatherWise and I love it. WeatherWise is amazing. Today I'm using just the free version, which nice. Like the free version is good enough to chase storms. You get lightning detection, every sort of everything that they can give you off of the raw radar data, like velocity, spectrum width, correlation coefficient, high resolution, reflectivity, everything. Weather-wise is incredible. I was actually thinking about making a video of weather-wise, but I'm gonna do that in like November when I'm kind of not having as much content to get out since I'm not gonna be chasing, because that's kind of right in between both winter storm season and storm season. So yeah, I'm gonna get one out. I'm gonna get one out showcasing weather-wise. Like, it is incredible. What's going on up there? Is that a police officer? So this guy is... Actually, yes, I might see a dust devil. But right, yeah, actually we do have some good... we do have the conditions that could produce dust devils. What is this guy doing? He's not turning, but he's not... Okay, here we go. Zello? I've actually never used Zello before. Look at that. I'm starting to be able to see the development. We might have some we might have some cauliflowers right now. Maybe. It's too far away to tell at the moment, and in this area, what is my truck doing? Oh, it shifted when I applied cruise control. But right now, the dust is really heavy, so it's actually hard for me to see the clouds right now, unfortunately. Yeah, I can definitely see new cumulus development, which is excellent. I am gonna pass this guy. Yeah, we still got some big storms up near the Middle Lake area right now. Yep, I do not. Staying in the left lane is frustrating. Like, when drivers do it, it's annoying because you can't pass. Like, when you have someone that's in the left lane, you can't pass them on the right because you're always worried they're going to turn into the right lane because you're supposed to be in the right lane. It's annoying. And then when you have exits, because we don't really have exits in Saskatchewan, we just have like off ramps or whatever. We don't really have those in Saskatchewan. We just have roads that like dip south. But it still is very annoying and frustrating. I want to target those storms near Regina today. The HRR, like the American convection allowing models right now, are very wonky, and I'm not really sure why. Like, a lot of, like, the HRR R1 is showing that there's not even a risk of storms at all, while the North American model is showing there's actually a good risk of storms. So it's confusing, I'll give it that. And I don't like confusing folks, but it still is showing that the storm initiation is supposed to be later in the day. Kind of, yeah, right down in our area, so we're almost there. Oh, wow. I actually didn't know that they would pull you over for camping in the left lane. I don't know if they'll do that here. They might. They might. It is dangerous, so just don't do it. But, man, that is good to know. But just stay out of the left lane, folks. Also, if you see a semi in the left lane, oh my gosh, I just hit a bird. Whoops. If you see a semi in the left lane, though, And they're, because generally I know, because I can drive, like I've driven trucks before. My dad's a trucker, or a farmer, but you have to truck it when you're a farmer anyway. So when you move over into the left lane, sometimes they'll let cars come in. Sometimes they will just accelerate right next to you, so you're just staying in the left lane, but then all of a sudden people will start passing you on the right when you're trying to get into the right lane. So don't do that. Let semis change their lanes, because they're a lot longer, so they have, like, they take longer to speed up, longer to slow down, and they need to be courteous just to be safe. Thank you, Drake Animations. I appreciate it. Thank you guys for subscribing. It helps. It actually helps me out a lot. But I'll see you back in a little bit, man. Let's see. Still waiting on that storm development. We've definitely got less cumulus clouds at the moment, which is normal. Our instability, that's going to allow our instability to increase even more. So we're just basically going to keep heading south right now. The satellite, I want to check it here. Yeah, we've got some struggling development to our south right now. But we do have that normal cloud base that's starting to kind of break up. Yeah, we're still waiting on the cap to break right now. There's some big storms down south right now. Infrared is actually showing there might be some development going on down near Moose Jaw. We might have a boundary there that could spark some storms. But as of right now, it's not. This is going to be a waiting game here, folks. I do not like this dust, though. This dust is extremely annoying because it's harder to see. It's harder to actually view the clouds because I can't really see anything in front of me right now. I think I can see some sort of clouds, but nothing other than that. For myself, I've got some more cumulus development. Back behind me, I actually should check the radar back there. See what that's looking like. We got a severe thunderstorm warning now in northern Montana. And I bet that one is going to be warned in Canada here too. That's the one annoying thing about weather-wise. They don't have Canadian warnings, just to let you know about that. So it's severe thunderstorm warning. It's radar indicated for just 1-inch hail and 60 mile per hour winds. That's $50. I don't know how big that is, but that's decent sized hail. Well, thank you, Ladybug. Welcome to the stream. If you folks are just joining in on us right now, we are currently heading towards Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, where we're waiting for the cap to break and our storms to grow. It'll be later today that they initiate. Originally, we're forecasted around 6 o'clock. So 6 o'clock is 6 to 7 is likely when we're going to see our development. We might see it a little bit earlier, around 5. I wouldn't doubt that. But it'll just depend on how strong our convective inhibition is. I'm already seeing some signs of the cap weakening. So once it does end up breaking, we're basically just going to get our storms. But there is a lot of those brief funnel clouds that'll develop. Not funnel clouds, cumulus clouds. And that's what you want. That's a sign that the cap is weakening. That's what we did not have yesterday. Today we do have it. I'm going to get some lunch right now. I have a Bavarian cream donut from the Cut Knife food store, and it is so good. Some of the best donuts you'll ever get are going to be from the Cut Knife AG Foods. They're super amazing. Oh, it's all melted though. Dang it. But no, amazing. Go to Cut Knife AG Foods. Get some really good snacks there. It is a little bit more expensive because it's in a rural area, but that's normal. It's not too bad for a rural food store. Or rural. Look at that donut. Delicious. I'm definitely seeing some stuff going on down there. So that's a good sign. Else I'd be screwed. Oh, no, I forgot there's bad reception in this area. There we go. There we go. See, luckily down where we are, there's tons of cells. There's tons of different satellite towers, like lots of areas where we can get good cell service, so we don't have to worry too much about that today. But it's still going to be annoying where we are right now because this area has notoriously bad. From here to like Radisson, we don't have very good cell service. Yeah, radar is showing not much right now. Ooh, we might have some development trying to initiate, but I'm fairly certain it's going to be later in the day. My guess is 5 p.m. That's when I think we're going to get our first storms up in our area. It all is going to depend though on where it's going to depend on where this low pressure center ends up coming, because it's pushing north right now. So as these storms continue to move north, that's when we're going to get our biggest cells. Yeah, Environment Canada has issued a severe thunderstorm warning as well for ping pong, up to ping pong ball sized hail. Very slow moving though. Very slow moving. Only moving at 10 kilometers an hour. Just crazy. They're being initiated by a trough, while our storms are going to get initiated by a cold front today. The Red Bull, when I was a kid, I grew up in the Cut Knife area. Whenever we go to Saskatoon, the Red Bull, that would be like our halfway point to get to Saskatoon. Now, it actually was not the halfway point. It's the halfway point roughly between Saskatoon and North Battleford. But that's what we always called it, the halfway point. And we actually have a picture of me and my sister in front of the big Red Bull in Radisson, and it's pretty nice. It's got a very good cafe there. They have really good pizza, like very good, like gas. It's probably the best gas station pizza you'll get. Yeah. There we've got. Yeah, dew point's over 55 degrees right now in Saskatoon, but that was an hour ago. So that'll likely rise later today. Oh, man. The waiting game and storm chasing I don't like. Ooh, we definitely do have some higher development right now though, folks. Yeah, so the cap is forecasted to actually continue to intensify until right about now, actually, is when it's supposed to start to weaken. A little bit later, actually. But we still got some decent storms that are on the way here, folks. The North American model is still projecting that there's going to be some strong storms in our area, but they're going to initiate quite a bit later in the day. Yeah, looking to be around 6 to 7 p.m. No, a little more 4-6. We actually do get nocturnal tornadoes up here, but because Environment Canada does not launch investigations into tornadoes unless a tornado is reported. Even if there's damage, it's immediately going to get written off as it's immediately going to just be written off as a whatchamacallit, wind damage. There we go. So if you have damage in a storm overnight, unless it's like extremely bad, chances are it'll be wind, even if it is a tornado. But the only way they can is if multiple people see a confirmed tornado and get videos of it, which in Canada is nearly impossible. So we've only had a few, I think only one nocturnal tornado confirmed this year, but chances are that's a lot higher. Oh, it is. Okay, it isn't focusing very well. I can lift it up like this. There we go. Hopefully that'll make it better. Yeah, it's... Unfortunately, I have a lot of bugs on the windshield right now. Dead bugs. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, it's a little blurry right now, unfortunately. Sorry, folks. I'm gonna wash my windshield again, actually, once we get into Saskatoon, because it's pretty bad for me as well. Like, it's hard for me to see them. I might have to leave it down like this for right now. That's not... I mean, that isn't horrible, but it isn't the greatest either. Okay. Now we're looking, there's actually, the cloud cover right now is breaking up right in front of us. And it's getting less dusty, so that's a very good sign. It's a very, very good sign. And actually, there might be some... Oh! I actually can see some lower lying clouds now as well. I do believe the cap is trying to break right now. You're welcome. I hope it's better. I really hope it's better. I don't know if it is, but... Hopefully it is. Let's see here. We're almost in Radisson right now. This day is going by quite slow for me. It might be a while yet till we get our storms, but they're coming. They will, and they are going to develop, folks. Even if they don't, we're still going to be heading down south towards these newer cells. I think we actually might have the cap broken way, like, kind of in the kind of like just south of Saskatoon, I think. Whoa, I have no idea what Labercier, I don't know how to pronounce your name either. But I have no... Shoot the tornado. Is that a tank? I think that's a tank. That's what it kind of looks like on my end. Which looks very cool. If it is a tank, good job. You did a good job of making it. It ain't stormy yet, but we're gonna wait. It'll be... We got time here, folks. We got plenty of time. And I believe, yeah, that's the cloud cover is beginning to break up. We might, ooh, down near, no, yeah, it's breaking up right now, which is a good sign. It's going to allow our cap to weaken. Yeah. See, when you're driving through Saskatchewan, I will admit, you're not missing much. There is not a lot of stuff here in Saskatchewan. I'm gonna throw my sunglasses on though, it's a little bright. Oh man. Infrared is showing we might actually have some more development. We're gonna have to see. Kind of near the Watrous area right now is what I'm thinking. If we do get storms initiating early, I bet you that's where they're going to initiate. But I'm looking right now and there's some clouds that are underneath the higher level clouds are beginning to develop. That is a good sign. Those are the ones that we need, those low-lying clouds for storms to develop, and I'm seeing a lot more than I was seeing before. You want to know something crazy? This area is not actually the middle of nowhere for Saskatchewan. This is one of the highest, this is actually probably the highest populated area of all of Saskatchewan, is along Highway 16. Even the Trans-Canada Highway is technically less populated than this highway right here. There's the highest amount of towns on this road than there are anywhere else in Saskatchewan. Once you start going south towards like the Kindersley area, they have a higher population, but the middle of nowhere is here, and then, but particularly anywhere but here. Saskatchewan is very weird. Because what you would consider the middle of nowhere in the United States would be all of Saskatchewan. But here, this area is like considered the metropolitan area of Saskatchewan. This would be like the Oklahoma City area if it were Oklahoma. We'd be coming into El Reno right now. I'm a Sask girl living in Ontario. Yes, I 100% agree. Like, just the open road of Saskatchewan is absolutely incredible. It's so peaceful. Like, I absolutely love it. Now, geographically, that's still the middle of nowhere. Very beautiful, very calm, very open. Actually, near Radisson, there's a lot of, like, there's a few really big lakes just on the north side of the highway, which I love. It's so beautiful. Oh, dang. Yeah, I guess like when you have places like New Zealand, when you have like really like a lot of people in a small area, especially like Japan, you don't really have a middle of nowhere. Everywhere is populated. Yes. Well, cloud tops. If you want the top of your clouds, you're gonna need it a little higher than that. 10,000 to 25,000, that would, whoa. That guy just blew some black smoke. Oh no, he's fine. Yeah, you want it to be a little, like, your LCL 1,000 to 2,500, that's what you want. Your tops you want to have generally over 20,000. Oh yeah, that cloud cover up there is it's breaking up pretty quick. I think we might have our storms initiating here pretty soon. Maybe within the hour. Or no, I'm going to guess 6 o'clock. That's just my best guess scenario, is it's going to be 6 o'clock when the storms develop. 5.5 million in that one little island. That is insane. To put it into perspective, Saskatchewan is probably I would honestly say at least 100 times the size of New Zealand. But we have only 1 million people. So that's crazy. We have a little bit more. We have about 300,000 more than the population of North Dakota. But North Dakota is about 6 times as small as us. Okay. I'm gonna start speeding up here. Yeah, there is most definitely some cumulus action going on down there. But it's still struggling to get past the cap. If you do want to come live here, I do recommend it. Oh, he's changing into the left. Is there something going on up there, I wonder? Saskatchewan actually has a very low cost of living, so it's nice to live here in Saskatchewan. I think Saskatchewan actually has like one of the lowest costs of living than any other place in all of Canada. I think it's Saskatchewan and Manitoba. But Manitoba's a little bit more people. Like more people and a little bit higher costs. Okay, I do not like this, folks. Okay. I don't really want to fall really far close behind this semi here, but I don't really have much of a choice. Because he's going like... I think I'm gonna pass him. Because I don't want to chill out behind him. We get a lot of semis on these roads too. See, Highway 16 is probably one of the most major trucking routes in all the prairies. Highway 16 and Highway and Trans-Canada are the most major trucking routes because one of them services Calgary and the other one services Edmonton. Yeah, we're still gonna get that development waiting. Yeah, the cloud cover is breaking up pretty quickly. See, how's our radar looking? Might actually have possibly a tornado producing cell down in extreme southern Saskatchewan. But yeah, not really much other than that. Not the one south of Winnipeg, not right now. We're currently just waiting for the cap to break up near Saskatoon. That's where we are. We might be targeting the cells down near Moose Jaw, but we'll have to see. These storms are forecasted to be pretty big. They just are forecasted to initiate very late. Yeah, look, and we still have the low-lying cumulus. So we need to get more of them. Once we get more of them, boom, thunderstorms. Oh wow. 2 million in one city. That's insane. That's twice the population of all of this province of Saskatchewan. Saskatoon is our highest populated city and it's got like, I think 200,000. I think it's close to 300,000 now. Now, I could be completely wrong because I haven't checked in a long time. But yeah, that is a huge city. Yeah, no, that is incredibly big. And if it's like such a small area like that has got to be a really congested city too. This is Borden, folks. We're almost actually in Saskatoon now, folks. We're a few minutes out of Saskatoon. Wow. I did not know that. Tokyo, I've heard, like, they have a lot of skyscrapers. Yeah, stuff is definitely starting to change up in here, folks. This guy blowing some smoke. Yes, 100%. I agree, bell ringer. As I did yesterday. Oh, I got a new business here in Borden. IHS Woodwork, nice. Make furniture. Yeah, flying to Saskatchewan is a different story. Getting here, pretty much flying anywhere, but flying to Saskatchewan is really hard because you have to take, likely you're gonna have to take multiple planes because you can't fly, like you can't land a 747 at our airport. The biggest airport we have is Saskatoon, and we only have 2 runways. So it's expensive to get to Saskatchewan. If you drive, it actually isn't too bad, but that depends on where you are. Melfort is really pretty. Yeah, Melfort is it's like a nice city. Melfort, that's the one down. See, there's Melville and there's Melfort, and everyone that I know messes it up. I think Melfort's the one down south, and no, Melville's south, Melfort's north, because there's fishing. That Freightliner has a Detroit diesel in it. Nice. Oh, wow, yeah. See, oh, wow, I actually didn't know that. I didn't know that you could fly directly from Toronto. I know when I was a kid, when we'd fly, we were never able to get direct flights. Looking here. Yeah, we've got some action going on here, folks. We actually might have some new Cumulus development to our north, which would be sweet. Yes, yeah. Melfort is kind of at the extreme northern part of the prairies. Oh, guys. Come on. You can't stay in the left lane and then slam on your brakes. Okay, so where we're going through right now, folks, actually has, I might lose you guys for a minute here, but I will be back just because there's a dip here, which doesn't have them. Oh, cool. Sharon, that is very cool. That is very cool. Do you have like a cricket? Like, do you make them by using a cricket, or do you use something different? I'm asking because the principal of my school, well, the vice principal, she has a cricket, so she actually made some Twister Hunter shirts for me, which is really cool, but it's just like a thing that plants on a sticker. We actually have a lot of prairie dogs here. Lots of prairie dogs. They're kind of more in southern Saskatchewan, but you will find them pretty much everywhere. Our cumulus that we actually, I was looking at, I don't like that bird. But our cumulus clouds that I was looking at earlier, they're actually starting to disappear now, which is interesting. Very interesting. We're gonna keep going. We're gonna keep, worst comes to worst, we're gonna drive south and intercept the moose jaw storms. Oh, that was an alert on the phone. Oh, no. Thought it was. It wasn't. Never mind. Ignore me. The dew point in Saskatoon is actually rising. 20 minutes ago it was 57 degrees. Rosetown is 58 degrees for dew points. 53 in Watrous. So the dew point is rising, folks. Once we start to head south, I bet then we'll start to see our initial storm development. We're going to take Highway 11. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's pretty cool, Sharon. The online, because that's like a supplier then. Oh. Oh, there's construction on this side of the highway. Looking to my south, can't really see much right now. I'm starting to be able to see on the other side, and the whole kind of area of cloud cover is breaking up. I don't really see any organized convection quite right now. Near the Battleford, there are some thunderstorms, like kind of up near Turtleford. But they're just thunderstorms. They're still also stationary. So they're not going to be able to really be very severe. There is a single cell south of Hanna, Alberta. Right in the Badlands. It's literally one little tiny storm cell. That's hilarious. I don't even know how that thing got triggered. Maybe it went over a lake. Storms near the border are also sitting kind of stationary right now. The system, however, that's sparking them is moving north. Now we're going past the area where egg in motion is generally held. Okay, we're gonna go in here. I'm gonna get some gas. Maybe we'll go to the Husky. Almost in Saskatoon. We're heading into Langham here, folks. Have I ever seen a storm destroy itself? Now, I assume you mean like dissipate. And yes, I totally have. In Saskatchewan, it is quite common because we sometimes don't have a lot of wind shear. Like, we have more events where we just have multi-cells as opposed to organized severe convective weather. So we actually have had quite a few times when I've had a storm, and then a new storm develops just to the south, and it ends up cutting itself off within the outflow boundary from that new storm. Cuts the old storm cuts the new one off, so they kind of just end up choking each other out. So yeah, I actually have seen that before. And yeah, I am going to clean the windshield. That's what I'm going to do once we get into Saskatoon. Because I hit so many bugs yesterday. So many bugs. Even right after I cleaned the windshield, I got hit with tons of bugs. It was terrible. I might even go through a car wash because we are going to have time. Welcome back, Drake Animations. We're just coming into Saskatoon right now. Langham. We're about 10 minutes from Saskatoon. Still waiting on our initial storm development, but it's coming. I can feel it. Very slow. Yeah, looking up. We've still got quite a bit of time here, folks. Gonna go hang out in Saskatoon for a bit, maybe. Yeah, we might have a little bit of action. Right now we kind of have still like suspended air right now, which is annoying. Like this is the cloud base right now that's starting to break up. But there is starting to be some more convection in this area. So this is right near the boundary. This is actually near the cold front, which generally doesn't happen. Normally don't you see this with warm fronts when you have the suspended air, like suspended hot, moist air up there, but we're still looking. The dew point is increasing, and you can actually, I can tell because the cloud base here is beginning to lower, and I am starting to see some convection right near the bottom of the cloud cover. So that's good. But right now we still have a strong cap. It's gonna keep a lid on things here. We actually got quite a few severe thunderstorm warnings right now. Most of them are in Nebraska. One of them is in northern Colorado. We also have we got some flood and flash flood warnings as well. Right near the border between Wyoming, Colorado, and Nebraska, there is some severe thunderstorm warnings. Up near, then we also have kind of in central of the border between Nebraska and Wyoming, we got another severe thunderstorm warning. And then we have one more way up near the border between Saskatchewan and Manitoba. Saskatchewan and Montana. Also, Logan is actually, he's at his house today. He's got school. He's got like school stuff to work on, so he's gonna work on that. And I am chasing today. You got a volleyball tournament after this. I hurt my leg, so I actually can't play, so I kind of ended up lucking out. But so he isn't gonna be joining us this weekend, which kind of makes me sad, but we have volleyball to play. We're totally gonna destroy everyone, our little tiny team. We're not even AAA. I'm kind of thinking this area might be able to develop into a storm. The LCL is lowering, but we've also got this little pocket right here where there's an opening in the atmosphere. That is where we might see our storm development as well. But right now, it's not screaming thunderstorm, but it is showing signs of becoming stormy. These clouds are more of a prelude to severe weather. I'm pretty sure he's gonna be in the 1,000 subscribers special when we go throughout Cut Knife. I'm fairly certain he's gonna join us with that. Look at that. coming into Saskatoon right now, folks. It's raining. Oh my goodness, folks, it is raining. Oh, we do have some cumulus growth on to our north right now. We've actually got quite a bit of it. And to our, actually right in front of us we do as well. Actually, folks, we might have our storms developing right now. Now, it might have been like this for a while, but right in front of us we do appear to have some newer looking cumulus clouds. We'll have a better idea of what's going on once we actually get gas. Come on. I cannot see anything. There's way too much stuff in my windshield. No. The smudging is atrocious right now. Like, look at that. That's gross. Hunter, right there in the top of the screen though, that's where the cap, like the cap is strong. But that's where we're starting to get a little bit of cumulus development. Kind of got alto cumulus right now, but to our north as well, folks, we've definitely got cumulus initiation up there. Here we go, folks. We've got, it's raining a bit right now. Yeah, on radar we've had this for quite a while now. It is starting to weaken, but our spectrum width is still quite low. But yes, to our north we most definitely do have some cumulus development, some initiation. I'm not 100% confident in it, but right in front of us we have quite a bit more initiation. So that is kind of what I want to focus on. Come on. Yeah, this is really bad. Bugs, see, Saskatchewan is also very bad for bugs. We have a lot of bugs here, folks. Definitely, yeah, we got cumulus right there. We have cumulus development right in front of us, folks. Right in front. So our cap is definitely weakening. Definitely. I'm actually thinking that might be a storm in about 30 minutes here. Yeah, no, I have no windshield washer fluid anymore. Man, that is horrible. We've only got about 5 minutes until we're in Saskatoon, so that's good. But oh my goodness. Oh, lordy lord. I can't see anything right now. Smells like rain right now, folks. We most definitely have some development. The available moisture is rising quite a bit now as well. Oh, I can smell the rain. That's a nice smell, folks. That's a very good smell. I love the smell of rain. Just, it's so peaceful. Oh yeah, we've definitely got some sort of cumulus development going on right there. It's starting to tower up a little bit. You can't see it very well right now. I'm gonna snap some pictures of it once we get in Saskatoon though. I'm actually gonna turn on chasing mode now. Rostern is kind of where I'm thinking that new cumulus development is. But now right here, we've kind of got cumulus development all around us. We just got to wait for it to get organized. Now, what's our most recent frontal analysis? Where's the storm fronts? yeah, no, we still got that cold front draped just to the southeast of Highway 11. Highway 11 that changes is into 7. Highway 7. Yeah, looking up there, we've got September, man. This is insane. This type of weather doesn't normally happen here. Not in September. That's pretty cool, Tracy. Wait, you do know that? Yep, 100%. It's very moist here. The dew point is almost 60 degrees here, so that is quite high. High enough for thunderstorm development for sure. I can still smell it here, but we still actually have this area starting to dissipate as well. We got a satellite tower right there. Better have good service. And we do. Kind of. As good as it gets here in Saskatchewan. Come on. We need a storm. Start slowing down here. Awesome. That is good to hear. Thank you, bell ring. Okay. There's a card lock here in Saskatoon that we're gonna go to. Yeah. We're gonna get some gas. I always try and get gas right from we're in the area. Like once I actually get to the area where we're going to get storms, I go and get gas like almost immediately, just so that we don't have to worry about running out of gas. Because running out of gas is an absolute nightmare when storm chasing. And it happens an alarming amount of times. Won't be long we can clean the windshield. Man, I can't talk right now. And we're gonna just chill in Saskatoon for a little bit, wait and see what areas are going to really start to initiate. Right in front of us, I think, is definitely gonna have a chance. To our south also is gonna have another chance. I can see at least some cumulus down there as well, quite a bit more than this area. Yeah, unfortunately, the actual thing that I, like the windshield washer fluid, the thing that sprays it actually does not work. It never has worked on this side. I don't really know why. I've tried to fix it. I replaced all the hoses and it doesn't work. Now, that other one actually does work, but it stopped working now. That's why I kind of think I'm also out. Because it does leak. It leaks down there as well, so yeah, it's an interesting vehicle, folks. But yeah, once I do get the windshield cleaned up, it should be a lot better. Oh man. Oh, I think I can see it. Actually, I believe I can see our cold front sweeping through the area right now, which is odd because the frontal analysis showed it not at all in this area. Oh, that's not a bad idea. I might try that. Thank you, bell ringer. But yeah, see, the system right now is, there's no problem with the system. It's just that it's forecasted to initiate around 6 to 7 p.m. Kind of right in the Saskatoon area. So we're kind of just going to be chilling in Saskatoon right now for a while, just until the storms actually initiate. I might take Highway 7, go south to where I can see some darker, actual more consistent development. But now I'm starting to see an area where we might have our cold front. Maybe. There's an area that definitely is some sort of gust front. I don't know if it's the radar being all kooky right now, but there does appear to be some sort of front going on right in this area. Could just be rain, could be not just rain. We don't really know right now. We have outflow boundaries going around like crazy. Okay, now I think it's the next road I take to get to the card lock. Yes, it is. Technically, I could take this road here, but I'll just chance it. Alright, hitting the brakes here. We got our stoplight. And you can see right up in there, folks, that's where we do have a little bit of development. Yes, there is still we still do have that inversion. Okay, where the heck is the stop line? We still kind of have a lid on it right now, folks, but to our south especially, starting to look more convective. Which just means there's more air rising. .30. My guess is in an hour we're gonna have our storms, which is still such a long time. Yes, it is. That's actually a sign that the cap is weakening, which is good. That's what we want. And right now, yeah, I think we actually might get our storms developing right now. Right over just to the east of Saskatoon. That car has extremely tinted windows. I can't even look into it. Just technically, that's illegal in Canada. You're not allowed to tint your windows in the front. Your windshield and your side and your passenger, like your driver's side windows, are not allowed to be tinted. So the front seat and the windshield, not allowed to be tinted. Your back window's allowed to be tinted though. Dang it, it's only one lane. Hey, thank you, Tracy. That would be incredible. Yeah, as you can kind of see, this area is starting to break up. And as this area does break up, this kind of area, that area up there, once that breaks, we'll likely get our storms. If they don't develop to our, that's if they don't develop to our east, which there's a very good chance that they will. But I'm still kind of thinking they're gonna grow, they're gonna initiate kind of right in our area. I think that the only place that it is legal that I know of to tint your front windows is in the United States, I think. Whoa, that's some big trailers in here. Now this is actually a truck stop. I could go take a shower here if I wanted to, but I don't need one. I took one yesterday. That's a big pull trailer. Yeah, I might go to the Husky after this actually and get some food. Regular gasoline. Yes, here we go. Okay, I'll be right back here, folks. Give me a minute. Gonna clean the windshield. I also forgot to mention, I actually have I healed my leg, actually. My leg is not fully healed yet, but I can actually walk on it short distances, which is very exciting. I'm here to rest it a bit though. My back is actually not horrible today. I'm saying that quite happily. But right now, yeah, that actually doesn't seem too bad. There's a little smudge on the inside of the windshield, but yeah. Oh. Holy crap. My fuel tank just ruptured. I am not joking. It just ruptured. I need to move. I don't want to start it though when all the fuel's on the ground. Trying not to spread gasoline everywhere. My fuel tank is literally ruptured. I have no idea how that happened. There's no way. This can't happen right before a major outbreak. I do not want to idle. Okay, I will be 1 second here, folks. Yeah, that's definitely gasoline. Unfortunately, because this is a card lock. Oh no, yes, there is going to be staff in there. I'm going to run and tell them. That is not good. Yeah, that is really not good. I'm going to be right back, folks, because I'm going to have to deal with this. So give me 1 second here. I might actually disconnect, which hopefully I won't, but we'll have to see. At the card lock in Saskatoon. It isn't, it's kind of only dripping, but it is dripping quite fast. I can't really drive it because if there's the vapor, if that ends up being stuck into the engine, boom, it'll explode. If I can't fix it, I can't place. And like, yeah, cause like I don't even know how the heck that happened. Cause like I never like noticed it start. Like there's no trail going in. I'm wondering what if. Fuel, where it was putting the fuel in, what if that was all messed up? I just poured it all into like the side. It's not, it doesn't look like it's coming right out of the fuel tank. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Okay. Yeah. Crap. Okay, bye. Yeah, see, I don't really want to, like right now there isn't really anywhere else that I can go because this whole area, like I could drive somewhere, but I don't exactly want to. It isn't leaking a whole bunch. So like it isn't too bad. It's just I don't want to, because there's a vapor. When you have gasoline, it has a vapor, so it can be dangerous to start stuff like that. But we're figuring something out. I want to check and see what the gauge is at. Alright, I'm just gonna wait here for a little bit and we're going to see. Oh my gosh, now someone is messaging me again. Okay. Your fuel coupler. I'm going to, but yeah, so we're just gonna wait here. This actually has happened before, and last time it happened, I did just need to stop. Like I just stopped and waited and it quit. So we're gonna wait and see what that does. It is starting, like now it's just dripping. So it isn't a huge deal. Like it wasn't like, oh no, it's ruptured, there's a huge pool. Like there actually isn't even a trail from where I was. So it isn't a huge leak. See, I actually do have a problem with the coupler. Like the area, so that's the area where the fuel tank connects to the actual vehicle. So the fuel tank will connect to the area where you pump it in. If you, so when the fuel goes in, I have had it do this multiple times. If you fill it up too much, it'll start to leak. So that could be what's going on right here. So I am just gonna have to wait and see what it does. I do not really want to move right now because there isn't really anywhere that I can move to, unfortunately. So I have thought about getting a new vehicle, but I am still in high school, and although I am working a lot of different jobs, I still do not have a lot of money. This vehicle was $1,900. It has 430,000 kilometers. So on a trade-in, I might only get $1,000. So that is not even close to, that's not even enough to buy a small car. So I do not have very much money at all, unfortunately. It is actually almost done leaking. So that is very odd. I can clamp it off. I'm gonna actually see how I can do this. I will be right back, folks. Yeah, it actually, okay, folks. Oh, come on. Yeah, so I don't know where it's leaking from, but I do know it's leaking on the top of the fuel tank. So we're not gonna run out of fuel, which is good. The vapor would be a problem, but it is not leaking very much at all, which is good. Like, it's just dripping a little bit. It was leaking quite a bit before, but it isn't now. So, nice. That's a good sign. Unfortunately, right now, though, it is leaking. So I am going to have to wait to see if it will keep leaking. We do actually have some more storms initiating right now. So for a weather update, near Cut Knife right now, we kind of have some new storms developing. But we're going to wait, and we're going to see. That's actually where the North American model was predicting the storms were going to kind of start, but then rapidly push our way. So I'm going to wait a little bit just to see what ends up happening with ourselves, and then we're going to figure out where to go from there. But so right now, I do believe we can actually still chase. So that's nice. But I'm going to be very careful and watch that just to make sure we don't explode. Yeah, the good thing about the cut knife cell is it's moving. It's moving slow, but it's moving. We do have some new stuff going on. Yeah, we definitely, folks, do have some storms attempting to initiate. It's going to take them some time, though. So I'm going to move out of here just so that I don't blow up. But yeah, and then we're going to see. Yeah, it isn't leaking much at all. It is just dripping. So that is good. So folks, we're still on. We're still chasing. Now I'm gonna head down. Yeah, we're looking at. I do believe though, I'm gonna see what's going on. So I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna go to the Husky. I'm gonna park far away from the building, just in case. Just to be extra cautious. Yeah, I don't even see, like I don't even know if we're dripping on the road anymore. I don't think we are. We might not be leaking anymore. Yeah, we're still full tank of gas right now. Just nice. Oh no, we're leaking a bit still. We are leaking a bit. I'll move just enough to get to the Husky so I can get some food. Maybe I'll see if they have something that I can fix it with just to try and figure out what the problem is. But worst case scenario, folks, I do know it's on the top of the fuel tank, so it will not be leaking for very long. It's also leaking very slowly. Yeah, it's definitely slowing down. Slowing down slowly, but it's slowing down. It scared the crap out of me too. Oh man. Like sitting next to there, I was thinking like, should I move? Like I don't want, like it isn't leaking that bad, but you know, that was nerve-wracking. But no, we're gonna wait. The cloud cover has almost completely broken up right now, folks. So nice. That's gonna allow our storms to actually initiate better. Yeah, we have an area that we can park in here, just in case. So I am kind of going to disappear again. Sorry, folks. But I will be back. Yes, we do still have a pretty strong cap and inversion, which is dang it. But 30 minutes ago, it wasn't. It was quite a bit stronger than it is right now. We actually kind of have some cumulus development going on right underneath this cloud cover right here. Yes, that's what I'm actually going to do. So we do have some development. Oh, this guy's, what is he doing? He's going way over here. I'm going to park way over here and just make sure. So I'm going to point you guys towards the cells, and then I'm going to head into the Husky. I have my phone running off it, so unfortunately, hopefully that would be not super bad, but yeah, so once this area of clouds up here breaks, the cap will likely break, and then we'll get our storms. So we're gonna go shut the engine off. Well, you're welcome, Bellringer. I'm also gonna really quickly come in here. Are you kidding me? Come on, man. At least it happened when I was actually parked this time. Go in here. Be right. I'm actually going to add a text in here. So we got it, boom. Hopefully there. Thank you, Tracy. Okay, I will be right back, folks. Hopefully that isn't in the way. But yeah, I'll be right back. We're actually done leaking. So it's not leaking anymore at all. So I'm gonna run in there, take a little tiny short break, and then we'll be chasing again. Oh, come on. You can do it. I believe in you. I'm trying to see. I think we might be back. Yep, we're back. Perfect. Okay, so right now we are in Saskatoon, Saskatchewan. I went into the gas station and my phone unfortunately disconnected from my hotspot. Oops, that's my bad. But yeah, right now we are in Saskatoon. I'm going to change. Stay forward, please. It is not letting me flip this back around for whatever reason. Okay, come on. Oh my gosh. Okay, wait, hold on. I'll be right back, folks. Hello? Hi. Well, it depends. If the storms are in that area, I'm going to be sleeping at our house. But it's just because I forgot all my stuff there, so I may as well sleep there anyway, because I also got to bring it back. Yep. Like, see you in a bit. Okay, bye. Okay, I think we're good. Oh, okay. Yeah, for whatever reason, I might actually have to just stop it here really quick, folks, because my, whatchamawatchit. My phone, the little, like, actual streaming software that I have is being very silly right now. So, just give me 1 second. I will be right back, folks. It says right there. Okay. There we go. Now it's working. Okay, my thing was lagged out there. Working now, so. Boom. Okay. Think we're working now, folks. Welcome back. We're going to continue chasing. We're not done. Now we have storms actually finally initiated. We've got some cumulus development way down there. You can actually see it. There's a little bit of a top up there. That might be the next target. If we go weather-wise, yes, continue using my location weather-wise. Now that storm is sitting stationary though, so I'm not too sure I want to chase that one right now. So we might wait here a little longer, and we'll see what storms decide to pop off. I'm going to check the models, see what the models are showing. The H, and then a lot of R's are still showing very weirdness. But yeah. Are you passing by rostering right now? Okay, that's pretty cool. Right now, I'm at the Husky. Right in here, just in Saskatoon. So, if we're still here, like if I'm still here, come say hi. If you want to. Okay, come on. Yeah, it's definitely trending towards there being some bigger storms to our south. And I'm definitely seeing right in there, there's some cumulus development, but nothing a whole bunch. Now, to our north, we have some very high-based and very short cumulus development. Which is generally when you have lower instabilities. To our north, we have a lower instability. Oh! Actually, the North American model is actually showing the storms near the cut knife storms might actually be what trigger our outflow, our actual like storms, like our severe ones. I can't see them though because it's too dusty, unfortunately. Yep, that is them. That's what the North American model is predicting, which it can see farther north than the H. Whole bunch of the little R's can see north. So, yeah, we've got. I think it might be a good idea to head over that way. Now I'm going to check some other things, and I'm also going to show all of you guys the radar. So that is our small little cell right there. That is what we're looking at. Now, I am way over here. That's where I am. So I'm going to have to drive all the way over this way to this one. The model is showing that this is really, it's actually kind of supposed to sit and chill there and then boom, start to head that way. You're going to see the MEDAR. The dew point is rising pretty quickly, especially down in Rosetown. So it's coming, folks. It is coming. Now we're gonna have to see, because these cells are actually moving. They're moving very slowly, but they most definitely are moving. Highs. I'm going to start going west here again. Actually, kind of where we came from, but I might take a different road. I might take Highway 51 to get over there. No. Highway 40 might be the fastest way. I want to get to the Unity area. So it's more of a direct route. Now I'm looking, to the south, we're not really getting anything right now. Okay, folks, I'm going to be honest with you. I was very nervous that I wasn't actually going to be able to chase tomorrow, but it's looking like we're still going to be able to chase tomorrow. So we're still good, folks. Yeah, I'm going to take the interstate right here on Highway 16. Yeah. Now, we don't have any lightning detected in that storm yet, but that is quite normal. But yeah, this one is moving very slowly. And the differential reflectivity is rising. It's actually very high on that one. Looking at 6.9 thousand feet, folks. So this thing is, it's decently tall. Oh my gosh, it just crashed. Yeah, it's actually topped out at over 24,000 feet. We're actually topped out at 30,000 feet on that cell, folks. So I'm thinking we're going to jog west here. We're going to go west. Yeah, that's the plan. Here we go, folks. We're back to chase mode. I'm gonna check and see. 2%. I'm gonna plug it in just in case. Where is my plug-in? There it is. So we're gonna leave right now, actually. Okay, is this charging now? Yep, it is, folks. Here we go. We're about to go westbound and down again. I'm going to check the satellite first, very quickly. Full disk. Yeah, we do kind of actually have some cells developing in there. Yep, it's going. It looks more organized. Okay, we're going, folks. We're gone. Yes, the cap has busted in that area. Now, there is a chance that these storms, like, these cells might not be the ones that we're actually going to end up intercepting, but it is showing that is where our boundary is. So our boundary is going to start moving, and it's going to start moving towards us. So, like, we don't have that trigger really existing yet. But now that it's developing, we're gonna go chase it. I'm kind of guessing that this, oh yeah, I completely forgot how annoying it is. I have to go out here. Let's get to chasing, folks. After we drove a whole long way to Saskatoon, now we're driving a whole long way back. Fun. Fun, fun, fun. tight, guys. We got this. Now, once we get closer, we're gonna, because it's so stupidly dusty, it's hard to see much right now. So we can't actually see the storm itself. Yes, I will be closer to home. That is true. That's true. Yep, I agree. I might actually go a little bit quieter here, folks, because I might listen to an audiobook just because of how far I'm going. But I'm still gonna be able to answer questions. So if you guys have any questions, ask away, folks. Ask away. Man, there's a lot of cops going on right here. There's another one coming up here now too. Speaking of cops, what is the speed limit here? I think the speed limit here is 100. Oh no, that's an it's an ambulance. In university, I am going to study meteorology. That's what my plan is right now. It's always scary seeing an ambulance go by, folks. I actually do not have a Cash App account, unfortunately. I'm getting it set up because people have actually been offering to donate a lot, and I really think that is a good idea to have people donate, but I don't have it set up quite yet. I'm still getting it set up. I do have PayPal, but it doesn't work because you have to put in your address, but we don't have an address because we live in the middle of nowhere. So yeah, it's dumb. But I'm getting it. I'm getting it. I wish I had another full disc scan though, because yeah, we do actually have quite a bit going on down there. There's a lot of smoke in the air, folks. A lot of it. Oh no! I know that I could actually use, because I am moving into town in literally just a few months. So I'm moving into a city. So I'm gonna have it. I might just use that address because it's where my grandparents live. So I'm gonna start living with them in North Battleford once I graduate high school in a few months. But yeah. Really? I guess, yeah, if they lose your address, then you're kind of capooched. You got it. I will. I will. Don't worry. Now, I do want to, I normally don't actually say stuff like this, but I probably should. Actually, thank you folks for watching, because it supports me a lot, and it's nice to actually have a good community base, because I am not actually doing this. I'm not doing this to get money or anything. The reason that I'm doing this is in 2020, my farm was hit by a tornado, and we never actually got a tornado warning. We got a tornado warning after it hit, but we were already hit by it, and it actually did quite a bit of damage. So, kind of ever since then, I was obsessed with weather in the first place, but after that, I was like, dang, we need to find better ways to detect tornadoes in Canada. So that's when I started storm chasing. If you'll actually look, I have quite a few videos that have to do with safety regarding tornadoes, so like how to stay safe during severe weather. Okay, this guy's going really slow. But yeah, so that's all the things as well, like, yeah. I do like tons of different things like that. So folks, thank you for watching. I appreciate it. It helps me out. Dude, quit speeding up. Just let me pass you. If you want to pass me after, just pass me. I'm sorry. Dude. Fun when you just drive to the middle of nowhere and back. Or I guess Saskatoon. We drove to the biggest city in all of Saskatchewan. Yeah, we're still like no cumulus development. Now I know generally with my luck, we're gonna immediately have like the cap break to our south and huge storms. But according to satellite, we actually have a lot of just clouds in that area, which were originally supposed to break up, but they haven't yet. So we still are like later in the day, like we still could get some initiation here, folks. I'm kind of thinking that we're gonna get initiation actually to the west, like to the east more. I think kind of more north Battleford is where we're gonna actually get our first storms. Yes, in Saskatchewan, because our areas are so swig, we don't even have polygon warnings. We just have, you can only warn a county. So you can't actually issue a warning for just a certain area. It has to be for the county. Even if there's a tornado only in like the extreme northern part of the county, the entire county has to be under the warning, which is unfortunate. There's certain offices in southern Saskatchewan where they're trying to do new stuff where they don't do it that way, and they're working pretty good. They're working with the National Weather Service to do it, but it's not Canada-wide yet. But they're getting pretty good. I wish we had tornado sirens, though. We don't have tornado sirens here, and I know a lot of people don't have phones or even cell service. Like, there's a lot of towns that I've been to. Dodsland, Saskatchewan doesn't really have all that much cell service. I would not trust them to get a tornado warning. Yeah, storm chasing is not cheap at all. I agree. Like, I've driven 15,000 kilometers just this summer. Like, my fuel bills are like $1,000 a month. Also, okay, so for food, I just got a chocolate bar because I actually packed my lunch. I got a chocolate bar and a Powerade because I forgot a water bottle somehow. Never doing that again. Although I say that every chase, and then I forget the water bottle, like, literally the next time. Yeah, that storm right now near, it actually isn't moving very fast. Which is concerning, folks. It's concerning, but we're gonna see. If only we could be down south. See, like, I have school again tomorrow, so I can't go as far south. But tomorrow, I don't. I have school tomorrow, but then after that, I can chase. Like, I can actually go down to like the sort of current area if I have to. So tomorrow, chasing everywhere. Like, we got a big chase tomorrow, folks, and Saturday, depending on what the days are. Yeah, I still can't see our storm right now. There's actually a little bit of smoke. I actually do have, oh dang. I actually do have a decent team. I got a few storm chasers in here, but then I also know chasers in the US. And also some more in Canada that I sometimes collaborate with. So, we do have a team. Come on, please focus. Trying to get this less smudgy. That's not really working. Let's try this. Nope, that's not gonna work. I thought it would flip. But no, I mean, it can see behind me, but that's about it. Yeah, it's annoying. Oh, there we go. There, I got it, finally. There's the sweet spot. Radar, we do actually have some, we got a cell there developing. We got another one to the south of it. But we're still waiting on, we need to get speed. Those things are gonna need to speed up here. They are building high in the atmosphere, which is good. It's very good. Aha! I also got, no! Come on, man! Right as I got it to focus too. Ain't that just amazing? I swear, we have to go through that whole thing again getting it. Dang. We actually do have some organized convection though. We definitely have a new cumulus field developing. But it is also it is like insanely smoky right now. That is crazy how smoky it is, actually. Oh, please don't pull out of me in front of me, Sammy. I agree. It looks better than the floor. Oh my gosh, dude. Come on. I just had a few bugs again. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Yeah, we're chill. Yeah, we have a cumulus field now that's redeveloping. And an insane amount. Now, luckily, the smoke is near the ground. So, that is a better sign. But yeah, I know. I think we're still going to have to just wait for tomorrow, because tomorrow the risk is much higher. I don't mean wait. I just mean, like, tomorrow is where that smoke is going to leave. We are going to chase these storms, even if they are just tiny. It is trying to organize, and they are forecasted to continue initiating. Like, these are quite new. They did kind of just develop, so like once they start to move, that's when we're really gonna have it. I'm kind of thinking to the south near Kindersley, like that corridor, right, basically right along Highway 21. That is gonna be where we're gonna have our storms today. That's kind of what I'm rethinking. That's kind of what the North American model was showing, but it was showing it much farther east. Actually, like that was when the truck exploded. Yeah. Dang it. Oh, that sun is so bright. Oh, man. This feels so slow. The lighting is horrible right now. I apologize, folks. Yep, I agree. I agree with that. Yeah, we need this thing to start going east. Yeah. Yeah, I keep looking at the radar and it's just, oh, it's not looking very promising. It's not, there are storms, but they're just struggling to start moving, which is frustrating. There's a new one developing though. There's a new one and it actually does appear to it almost appears to most definitely be moving. And it's actually farther south. So it's farther to the south in the area, so it's kind of in a more moist area, but it's also going to be along more of the boundary, so it'll be able to develop better. And it'll be able to actually start moving. It's not getting pulled in as much, as more being pushed. I hate this lighting right now. I kind of can. It's hard for me to see quite a bit right now. Like, it's hard to see almost anything. I can see enough to drive, but I can see about as much as you can. It's just less blurry. Yes, construction zone's over, but there's a bump. Here we go, I can zoom now. What the heck is a school bus? There's 2 school buses. What are they doing out so dang late? I actually do have a Facebook page, but it is just my name. It's just Aaron Rutley. Just Aaron Rutley. Yeah. Facebook is nice because I can actually make storm reports on it. And Marketplace. I like Marketplace. Very weird weather situation right now, folks. We do have some new development down near Regina, but oh man, I can't turn around and head to that one now. It is unfortunately too late for that, but I know last night, I believe it was actually around midnight, not midnight, I believe it was around 7 o'clock that the storms initiated. I remember checking the radar before I actually went to sleep, and that was when they had initiated. I'm going up this big hill. Yeah, it's actually around 7 o'clock, so we should see our initiation soon. It would likely be right about now, folks. And we do actually have our initiation right now, but it'll be a second. Once we get over, I bet you that once we are passing through Radisson, that's when the storms are really going to start to build. Oh, Tracy, that would be a good idea. I think that would be pretty dang cool. It's definitely going to be up here, so, yep. But that will be quite far in the future. I will say that. It's very tasty. We do have a trough that's also sweeping across the area, so that's going to be nice. That could trigger some storms. Last night the storms initiated near 8 o'clock. It took them quite a while. So we might get them, because once they did initiate last night though, they exploded like crazy. Oh, we got someone new in here. Oh, it's 90 here as well. We have a new speed limit. Hello, my name. Nice to meet you, Katrina. Welcome. Welcome to the Great White North, which is actually very green right now. It's nice to meet you. Thanks for stopping in and watching. Right now we're in Borden, Saskatchewan. We're on our way to some storms that are trying to develop. A few of them have broken through the cap, but they'll likely initiate here pretty soon. See, tonight we can actually go out chasing quite a bit longer, which is good. So once we start getting closer to these ones, we'll be golden. Well, basically, once we get there, I bet you that's when our cap will break. Our cap has broken in some areas, but we do have that cumulus field to the south that I'm looking at. Unfortunately, yeah, the smoke, there's a lot of smoke on satellite. Which doesn't stop storms, but it can weaken them a little bit. I know, it actually is. I totally agree. See, Canada, it is pretty nice to go. I love Canada. It is very beautiful. Cassandra, welcome. Yes, we have had some This is one of the worst wildfire seasons we've actually ever had this year. It's crazy. Welcome, Cassandra! We have lots of Cassandras that watch. We have lots. It's crazy. Right now, we're actually on the way back to the Cut Knife area in the North Battleford. We're gonna develop. There's a developing cumulus field that might start producing some storms here pretty soon. Yep, Cassandra May. I got it. Yeah, we're coming back to the North Battleford area right now. And my drink is gone. I should maybe eat my burger. I have packed a lunch and it's exciting. We went all the way to Saskatoon and back. I thought the cap was gonna break, but the North American model, when I checked it, it showed the storms are supposed to initiate farther to the east, but now they're forecasting to initiate farther to the west. Oh, I'm stupid. I did something dumb. So I made a burger, but I have three pieces of bread that made it. I don't need 3 pieces of bread on it. We didn't have any buns. Sadly. Now I have a warm piece of bread. Ew. Oh no! How did they mess it up? That's really sad. That really sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. Yep, these are the burgers we made on Sunday. They're still good though. They're still good. Very tasty. Very tasty. Oh, that's really sad, Katrina. I'm sorry to hear that. I'm really sorry. That would be hard. It would be rough to stop. That sucks. I'm really sorry to hear that. Oh, man. Yeah, I'm kind of surprised she hasn't either, Cassandra. I'm also kind of surprised that I haven't. I love burgers. I'm starting to actually see our development here, folks, and we got some cauliflower tops. We got some big old bombs. Well, Katrina, wait, I hope I'm reading that right. I am going to be chasing in the US next year, so I also am starting to put together a little bit of a team. So, yeah, maybe you can come chasing with my team next year. But we'll see. I've never met you in real life, so that obviously is not just, oh, we're going to set it up here. No, that can't work. But maybe something will work out. That would be pretty cool. I will say this though, it is way easier to chase with other people than it is to chase alone. Now look at this guy, he's zooming. Oh my goodness, that's a good idea. That's like a Big Mac, but like a really, really thick Big Mac. That's a good idea. Yep, I can see some more development there, folks. Nice, that's really good. The one thing that's hard with doing it on your own is actually filling silence. So when I have people that aren't actually like reading a whole bunch, or like reading me the comments, or people aren't really commenting at the time, it is kind of just driving in a very beautiful Saskatchewan landscape, but it's just a little bit boring for the actual footage at the time. So it's nicer when you have more than one person. So it makes this time when there are no storms better. Right now, I'm driving. Oh man, I can actually see our storms right now, folks, and they actually hit the equilibrium level like just now. Yeah. That's fair. Well, that's not bad. I love driving. Uh-oh. Oh, swallowed some, went down the wrong pipe. Whoopsies. See, immediately once I got my license, I like literally instantly started storm chasing. Like it was March of 2020 something or other. Well, welcome, Toby. Welcome. Thank you for tuning in. Yep, I have managed not to blow us up yet. I almost did though. The fuel tank was leaking earlier today, so that was nerve-wracking. But it didn't explode. My full name, Aaron Rutley. That's my full name. I don't remember when I said it. Maybe that's not who you're talking to, but I don't know. I read the comments and my brain kind of just goes, oh yeah, it's a comment. I'm gonna say whatever. So, yeah, if you guys are ever talking to each other and I respond to it, I apologize. It's my bad. Okay, yeah. Radar's looking decent. The one near Unity, actually, I just want to see if it's moving. It isn't really moving at all, but kind of near 8 o'clock is honestly where I think we're going to see our storms develop and start to travel. That is what they did last night. They're not guaranteed to do the same thing, but they're likely going to follow that trend. And we actually don't have anything down south right now. Very surprising. Oh, welcome, Dan. Welcome from Topeka. Oh my gosh, that's hard to say. But it's fun to say. From Kansas. That's really cool. That's really cool. Welcome. Welcome to Saskatchewan. The Great White North up in Canada. And right now it's the Great Orange North because the sunset with all the smoke and the combine dust. Are any of you guys getting tickets to go and see Brad Paisley in Saskatoon in November? Because I know I tried to get tickets, but it's way too expensive. Oh, well, thank you, Tracy. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, down in like Ontario, kind of in like Ohio, and like in the eastern Midwest, you guys have been very dry recently. Just because of where the jet stream has been. Yeah. I mean, you can really, like, I know, I have a lot of people spell it with an E, a lot of people spell it with an A. I have spelt it wrong myself. It's it's supposed to be spelled with two A's and then R-O-N, so A-A-R-O-N. People call me AA Run all the time. But it doesn't matter, really. It's the same thing. Oh, wait. Yeah, one time so at the swimming pool that I work at, we actually have a, so you have to sign up for your own lessons. And I one time went to sign up, so I went to write my name on it, but I accidentally put 2 capital A's. I don't really remember why I put 2 capital A's, but I had to leave, so then when I came, like, I didn't have to leave, I just like turned around. So then when I went back, of course, I wrote a 3rd A and then R-O-N. So I had 3 A's in my name, and it was embarrassing, but funny. Funny-ish. Man, actually, there's definitely cloud cover over there. I can see it clearly. I am easily confused too, don't worry. I think it's a storm chaser thing. This burger is so good. It's delicious. That might be true. That might be true. That guy's going fast. p.m. That is insane. Like, that's so cool how time zones work, eh? See, we actually, okay, so we do have some speed traps, but generally they're not on highways. They're more in, actually like in the cities. It's very rare for you to have a speed trap in the middle of nowhere. So, not really any speed traps in Saskatchewan. There are a few like down near Regina, some in Saskatoon, but that is actually it. We do have ghost cars, like ghost cop cars, but even them, like they can't really have the cops just pull over on the side of the road, because if that happens, there's literally nothing for them to really hide behind in some areas. So there's a lot of speeding here in Saskatchewan. There's a lot, and it's very sad and very nerve-wracking. And that actually is another thing. We don't have a lot of cops. So 9:17 p.m., that's crazy. Because that means it's... What time is it here? It must be 7:17 p.m. for us then. For me, way up here. Way over west. There's a guy pulling a bale wagon over there. Nice. One of them fancy bale wagons, though. It's got actual it has the forks to pick it up. This is cool. Hold on. Pretty. Toby's from the Pacific Northwest. That's pretty cool. That is one place that I've never been, but I really want to go. That's very cool. We've got some cumulus development again. Like I can see cumulus development most definitely there somewhere. Okay. 8:17 p.m. thing. Okay. Here is something very odd about Saskatchewan. We don't do daylight savings time. We are the only province or state in the entire, I think we're the only province, like the only place in all of North America that doesn't do daylight savings time. So you have like this fall forward, spring ahead, or spring back, fall forward. I have no idea how it works, but we don't have daylight savings time. So we're actually, in Saskatchewan, our time always stays the exact same. So during the daylight savings time, when you're on like actual like CDT, so Central Daylight Time, we're still Central Standard Time. So we're at the same time zone as Alberta at that time. So we're in the daylight zone. But whenever we go back into Standard Time, we're Central Standard Time. So Mountain Daylight Time and Central Standard Time, which is cool. And I don't like daylight savings time because I never grew up with it, but everywhere else grew up with daylight savings time. So yeah, I'm the odd one out. When it seemed like everyone else was, nope, I'm the odd one out. Okay, that's a cool picture I just got. Oh, okay. I didn't know Arizona doesn't, but that's cool. I think that says Arizona. I'm not too sure. I'm not American, so I wouldn't really know. I actually can see new cumulus development here, folks, so. We got it, folks. It's building. It's building. We do have it. So we're less than an hour from that area now. With a long line of convection in there. Nice. All right, folks. It's time. We still actually have a cap right there, folks, but I'm actually watching right now. They're really quickly I got some really good pictures of it, actually. But you can actually watch it start to rise up. Once the cap does fully break, they should just start tracking this way. They're kind of already starting to track this way. Wow, yeah, that's cool. You can actually see the sun setting right there. It's actually moving behind. That's not really the sun setting. That's actually the cumulus clouds exploding and blocking the view. It'll be gone in it'll make maybe a minute here. There we go, folks. We got our storm. Wow, I actually can watch it now. A pointless trip to Saskatoon, but whatever, we're going. We're getting back to the storms, folks. Yeah, look at that. The sun is almost completely gone now. Well, pretty much is gone now. Now that the cap broke, though. What the heck was that? What in the world? I don't know if that was like a shooting star or what the heck that was, but something just shot over that storm. It looked like a light. It kind of looked like a plane, but it was moving very quickly. That was weird. Maybe it's an inversion or something? No, that actually was an old storm. So right now, that big shadow, that was a storm that developed. We still got a new one growing here, though. Oh, my stupid seatbelt. No, actually, that's just the sun going behind some convection. Also, welcome back, Jake. Welcome back, Drake Animations. And yes, we might have just seen a UFO. I don't know if you could see it on the, I don't know if you can see it on the stream. I took a screenshot of it just to show, like, what happened. Like, just so I know what the timestamp is. But that was weird. I've never seen that before. It just shot across the screen, like, really quickly. Now you have convection intensifying to the south. I have seen the Northern Lights a lot. Like, literally just a few days ago, I saw the Northern Lights. It was very beautiful. Actually, it was on Saturday. No, Friday night, I saw the Northern Lights. It was very beautiful. Yeah, those mothership storms, they're incredible. Like, I've seen a lot of rotating storms in my time storm chasing, like tons. But I have seen only a handful of mothership supercells, and they are so cool. Like, I have a video of it, and you can, well, it's actually kind of more just a wall cloud, but it's literally perfect. The inflow is perfect and smooth. Like, it is ridiculous, but absolutely gorgeous and terrifying at the same time, because that thing produced multiple tornadoes. The sun is actually very weird right now. That's what happens when you get a little bit of smoke, but then mixed with all the combine dust. That's what it looks like. Oh, Saskatchewan. Oh my gosh, storm chasing is so much driving though. Oh man. The problem with storm chasing later in the year is the storms initiate way later than they normally do. Like last night they initiated near 8 o'clock. So that's what we're looking at. Now they're initiating right now in areas, but yeah, it's rough because we're still waiting on them. Should be almost in North Battleford now. Coming into Denholm. We have Frontal. Oh, nice. We don't really have snow squall warnings. We just get the snow squalls. They're like, we're in Canada, so we're honestly just used to it. But we get blizzard warnings like all the time. We don't. Well, blizzard warnings aren't as common, but tons of snowstorm warnings. I've never gotten a snow squall warning before, but we do get winter storm warnings. Remember last year, I told this story yesterday, but I want to tell it again in a shorter version. So our snowstorms actually get so bad sometimes that 2 years ago I was driving. I was going home from work. I was actually with my dad because I didn't have my license at the time. No, it was, 2 years ago. So it was 2024, the very start of 2024. And there was a big snowstorm, and between my house and where I work in North Battleford, there's actually a hill that kind of goes up around, but there's a curve right at the bottom of the hill. The snow was actually so heavy and so intense that the road was perfectly level. So there was about 2 feet of snow on the road and then 4 or 5 feet in the ditches that had all fallen in like 3 hours. And so someone was driving, there's a cop right behind us because they're closing the road. They drove off the road because they didn't know it turned. So they literally just drove off the road because they thought it just went straight. They could not see the road anymore. It was insane. And like, that was one of the worst snowstorms I've ever driven in. But there were drifts that were 3 feet tall. We almost got stuck in the middle of the road. Also, the chase actually is not over yet. We're still heading in. The cap broke very late over in this area, and we're still waiting on some of the storms to fully develop. Oh, dang. Yeah. Yeah, snowstorms are surprisingly dangerous. see that big shadow? That is where we're going right now. Alright, so Katrina, I'm actually originally from Cutknife, Saskatchewan, and I still live there because I'm only 17 turning 18. So, nice. But yeah, I'm still in high school, so I live on a farm near Cutknife, Saskatchewan, up here in Canada. Nice, yep. Yeah, way over in the west right now, I know it's kind of chill, but they've got a lot of rain coming. I know that's true, for dang sure. But mountain storms are very dangerous, actually, because the flash flooding risk on those mountain storms is insane. What's he doing here? Yeah, I actually get that a lot. I've had tons of people. So, this is kind of a crazy story. So, this one time, I actually went on a train with my grandparents, or just my one grandpa. We went all the way to Ontario, actually. Yeah, so we went to Ontario on this train. All of a sudden, so there's like, at the back of the train, we actually there's like a little bar. And so at the time, I was 14 years old. This was a little more than 3 years ago. I think. I don't know. I'm not good at math. But, so anyway, 3 years ago, and we're talking about this lawyer. He's like maybe 50 years old. And so we're just chatting. We were actually talking about the differences between the CFL and the NFL. So that's the National Football League in the US and the Canadian Football League here in Canada. And at the end, he's like, "Can I buy you a drink?" And I was like, "I mean, you could, but I'm only 14. And he was like, "What in the world? You're 14? I'm like, "Yep." He's like, "I thought you were at least like 21. I was like, "Yeah, no, I'm 14. It was hilarious. But I am 6'3" and a farmer. So I look a lot older than I actually am. In cases. Oh yeah, you guys in the southern hemisphere, you guys are going right into summer right now. Just crazy to me. I was actually thinking, I don't have weather radars in New Zealand, but I do have weather radars in Australia, so I was thinking about actually doing some Australian weather coverage, but we'll have to see. I just think that would be pretty cool. On the Rock 102. That's pretty cool. Talking about storm chasing, or? Oh, yeah, you guys are going into spring. Because, yeah, we're just going into fall now. We're technically still in summer. Crikey. Come on, I need to cap the brake. It's still struggling. Our storm's actually up in the north, though. They're starting to kaboom. But once the cap breaks, so... Oh, okay. Yeah, my brain went, I don't know if they'd be like talking about storm chasing or something, but no, that makes a lot more sense. Holy moly, that dude doesn't even have a license plate. No, our cumulus field is weakening. I think. Oh, so you folks that are actually watching right now, I talked about this yesterday, but I am working on making a new, an actual like Discord server. So yeah. You can check that out if you want. It's going to be made soon. I'm going to be making... Yeah, so I'm going to be making it here pretty soon. Pretty much as soon as this like outbreak of storms is done. I'm actually looking right here. I'm still going to try this thing. I want to see if these storms will pan out. I'm not sure if they will. I'm hoping that they will. But they are definitely struggling. I might call it at 8 o'clock if we don't have storms actually initiated by then. Maybe. I might wait actually a little longer than that. Yeah. Actually, thanks for offering, Drake. But I actually am able to do it. I have friends that know how to do it as well, so they're going to be able to help me. Oh, nice. Katrina, what song did you play? I'm genuinely curious. I actually do have Radar Omega as well. I have WeatherWise, Radar Omega, and Radar Scope. I have every radar app in existence. That's not every radar app, of course, but it's quite a bit. Crikey! I don't know why, but I saw that in a TV show this morning. So that has been stuck in my head all night. But then all the talk about like New Zealand and Australia just reminded me of it. So if I do that over and over again, I am sorry, folks. Oh, nice. I actually don't know that song or band. I don't know which one it is, because I've never heard of it, but nice. Oh, just reminded of the whole like crikey thing. I don't know why I laughed so hard when I heard that. Like, oh, it was so stupid, but I thought it was funny. Oh, okay, it's a band. Nice. Maybe I'll listen to them once I can listen to music and not get copyrighted. Dang, our cumulus field is disappearing. That's insane, because we watched the cap break, and it has, the dew points they actually are lower over there. It's 55 degrees here, 58 degrees down south. I'm wondering, do I want to keep going? Maybe I'll stop in here and I'm going to look at the radar archive, because I know last night it took the storms quite a while to actually initiate. No, there's a train! Dang it. Let me change into the left lane. Okay, I actually do like trains quite a bit, but not when you're storm chasing, because you don't have a lot. I mean, right now our time crunch isn't huge. Like, the storms haven't even initiated yet, but yeah. Dang it. Oh, I also just forgot. Oh, dang, I forgot. So this area in North Battleford is notoriously bad for traffic jams when there's trains, because it's actually a highway, but the way they have it set up is the highway ends up going north. So it goes this way and crosses the train tracks. This is Highway 16, so it's rough. Come on, man. It's so long, too. That guy has plates. I've never seen a plate like that before. Minnesota? That guy has Minnesota plates. Dang. Train part 2, I guess. The train actually is moving. It's starting to speed up a bit. Oh my gosh, it's all tangled up. But yeah, it's most definitely moving. But that's the crossing. Come on, man. No. Yeah. Oh, cool. I know. Okay, the crazy, so I like literally live in Canada, and I haven't heard of any of them. Oh no, I heard of Bryan Adams. I love Bryan Adams. And also Nickelback. I do like Nickelback. They're pretty good. They're also, I think they're from Alberta too. Which I live about an hour from the border of Alberta. That train car literally is falling apart. The walkway is actually like falling off. We passed that semi right there. I passed it earlier. I'm selling kind of the whole thing for, if you're talking about absolutely everything, I think it was $2,000. No, not $2,000. $1,500, but I have locomotives that are like literally valued at over $500. Or a locomotive that valued over $500. The other ones are kind of around $200 to $400 each. It's N scale, so it's smaller and a little bit more expensive. Yeah, we have extremely long trains. It's a lot better in Canada just to haul stuff by trains, because we have longer distances to go, so you may as well just haul it all at once rather than hauling it like, I don't know, like this. It's better to, like, you haul it all, it like saves on fuel, everything like that. Yeah, I am selling everything separately though, so I don't know if that's what you were talking about, but I'm selling it all separately. It's on Facebook Marketplace. Nice. I am a walking tripping hazard. That's what my friends called me. They still call me that, actually. A walking tripping hazard. Encyclopedia. Wait, what is an encyclopedia? Is that like a dictionary? No. I don't know what an encyclopedia is. Oh, okay, full of knowledge. That makes sense. Oh, ice road trucking? That's cool. Okay, so in the north, we don't have rail lines because there's almost nowhere up there. However, because we have to drive actually over the lakes, we don't have any other ways to get up there because northern Saskatchewan is all forest and lakes. Same with northern Manitoba. But we have a lot of areas where we can't build roads, so we have to make them over the ice. So that's where ice road trucking comes in, and it can be very stressful. Train's finally gone. That took forever. Oh, okay, yeah. Because I knew, I had a good idea of what an encyclopedia is, but I couldn't pinpoint exactly what it was. And I was like, what is going on? I should know this. I'm in grade 12, man. I don't know why these guys all have their blinkers on. This road just curves. This lane doesn't exit. This lane does exit. You can't not exit. He still has his blinker on. He's from Minnesota. He's from Minnesota. Oh, there we go. There you go. I have way too much energy right now. I drank a full Powerade and I have not been able to burn it off. Come on, grab some gears there, Semi. Grab some gears. Roll some coal. Roll some coal, man. Well, that's a Volvo. I don't know if they can roll coal. We're going 60. This intersection is stressful sometimes. We've actually have multiple times. Okay, so back right behind us, there's a tractor dealership in which I actually worked at for a little bit as a shop hand, working on heavy machinery. I loved that job. It was very fun. I love working with big machinery. But basically what ended up happening was they haul air seeders, so massive air seeder carts. They're basically big tanks on wheels. They haul seed and stuff like that, but there's a bridge. You'll see it here really quick. Sometimes when they're hauling those air seeders, they forget the bridge is there and they don't fit under it. So they have to back the truck all the way up the road because they can't go on the other side of the road because it's an emergency route and it's a bridge, so you can't drive off on the shoulder or anything. So it's rough. We had actually this road gets closed about once a year because of stuff like that. DJ Doppler. I like that. That's funny. Oh, nice. That's pretty cool. I'm trying to see. Now that cloud up there is actually high base right now. I'm kind of thinking that the smoke might have actually prevented the storms from developing at all. But we'll give it, I'm going to go and keep going until we're actually in Battleford at least, and then see if our cells can develop. just joining us today, we are back in Battleford. There's a nocturnal storm threat right now that we'll see how it pans out. Yeah, unfortunately, these storms are trying really hard, but are failing to initiate right now. They are initiating up near Lloydminster. If only we went up there, but no, nothing other than that. We have some development near Regina, but nothing really severe yet. But it was near 8 o'clock last night, folks, that the storms did develop. So we'll give it time and we'll see. Because I do really want to see some storms. Because I know that the storms are developing. Like, they are forecasted to grow. It's just they haven't initiated yet. Okay, I'm gonna actually pull into this area right here. Going to the Timmy's parking lot. Let's see, I think I can actually see some cumulus development, but dude, what are you doing? Yes, actually the smoke does do that. It doesn't stop it completely from warming the ground, but it can reduce its warming effect. So yes, that is very much possible, but not very common. I'm just gonna park right here on the side of the road, just chilling. Yes, that is true. Because I'm actually going to be closer to my house, we'll be chilling. Oh, 3D printer. Okay, that is cool. That's cool. I always wanted a 3D printer. But unfortunately, I can't afford one. Plus, my friend actually has one, so I kind of just use his sometimes. At 7:10, our cumulus field was actually weakening still. But, high risk, high reward here, folks. So, the smoke can sometimes prevent the cap from breaking because it can reduce the temperature near the ground, but it doesn't stop it. It can increase the chances of it not breaking, but not 100%. Just because, like, smoke, yes, it chills in the lower parts of the atmosphere, but it does affect it, but not enormously when you have a lot of moisture. Okay, there actually is some convection going on over there that I can see. We do have some development. Just to our west still, kind of in that same area. I should be getting a new update here pretty quick here as well. But now I can actually check and see it radar omega. So the conditions are very similar to last night. And if you folks were with us last night, the cap took a long time to break. It was actually right about now that the cap broke. We've got some cumulus development over there. Because last night it was oh so smoky like this. Wait, whoa. Oh, that's annoying. Oh my goodness. Unfortunate. I have an unfortunate information here, folks. So, this was the North American model about an hour ago. It was forecasting storms in that area, kind of right in there. It doesn't go up higher than this, but sadly, a new run like came out just now, like just recently, not just now. And that is what it is showing. Oh, I should zoom in. It is showing nothing on radar, unfortunately. Now, because I'm not going to be able to chase likely, because this was technically another bust, I'm going to do this. I'm going to give you guys a very brief forecast for tomorrow's storms. Oh my gosh, these storm systems are behaving erratically. So, looks like down here, yeah, storms are supposed to initiate in like southern Saskatchewan tomorrow, down near like the Regina area. They originally were trending towards being more up north, but that is changing, and this changes quite a bit with conditions. So the low pressure center could have moved farther away. It could have moved like more west or more east, and I think it moved more east, which if that's the case, there almost will be no storms tomorrow. But here, give me 1 second. This is what the Weather Network is predicting tomorrow. Right there, so we got kind of that area. The orange area is going to be our target. Boom. Right in that huge orange chunk. That's where we're going to be going tomorrow. The Canadian model. So the Canadian model is actually good because it is in our area, so I can see all of Saskatchewan, not just south of Regina. Yeah, it's actually forecasting quite a bit more instability tomorrow down near Swift Current. I do actually have the National Weather Service app, but they don't have any information up here in Canada, which sucks. It makes it a lot harder for me to do my Canadian stuff here. Ooh, that's nice. The storms tomorrow, folks, are actually forecasted to initiate earlier. So that's good. That is very good. I honestly 100% agree. That's actually what I've always been saying. Environment Canada does have their own storm prediction center, but they don't start until like June, and they only go until August. So right now our actual storm prediction center isn't even working right now, which sucks. Okay. I think I'm gonna end I might end the stream here, guys. So thank you so much for watching. I'm gonna check the radar one more time just to double check. Yeah, the most recent scan shows even the clouds diminishing. We actually do have some high base clouds, but that's about it. That was an electric car. But yeah, folks, tomorrow we have a risk of storms. And it's actually a risk in which is supposed to initiate earlier in the day, which is going to be good. So folks, stay tuned for tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see some tornadoes tomorrow that are not going to do any damage for anyone. And yeah, thank you so much for watching today. Sorry I didn't see storms. It was very unfortunate. Cap never broke. There's actually no storms in like anywhere right now, only in like extremely northern Montana. Just crazy. But yeah, I will see you guys later and have a good night.